The following video documentation is from the night of July 9th, 2026, and this shows more clear evidence that I am under surveillance within the home. So just take a look at who's right outside the door as soon as I open the door. And obviously this skit was set up with precise timing because they could see that I was about to leave. I'm being monitored within the home, invading my privacy illegally, and that is the criminals with the RCMP monitoring me in my home, as they've been doing for 5 years, while they facilitate the drug trade, work with criminal motorcycle gangs and criminal gang members. They allow them to operate while they terrorize honest citizens who expose police corruption. Just take a look at this here.
Can I help you? Sorry?
Do you know how many apartments this building is?
Well, on the floor that I'm on, I believe there's 3. But there's also, like at the front, I think there's a separate unit at the front. Are you looking for somebody, or? Sorry?
Oh, it's gonna be okay.
There's an entrance at the back as well.
In the back?
Yeah. Are you looking for somebody, or?
Just the apartment in the back.
The apartment at the back? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sure. And then look at this here, right away. Also, as I come out, and then this here. That was obvious. You can see that they're right on the property here as I exit. Where's their car? Let me see. Oh, look at this too. He's pulling in too, right? Interesting, huh? Okay. Where's their car? Let's see. Oh, they're over there. They're parked next to near the Dairy Queen there. See, they've got something set up with a tenant, probably. They've got something set up with a tenant. Let's see. Yeah, they've gone around the back to the apartment at the back. Let's see. This is staged, so they set something up with the community-based agent who's controlled one of the tenants who they've put in. That's the police car there. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Interesting. Soon as I open the door, they're there. I mean, come on, right? You saw what happened the other night. Yeah. They're obvious. You know why they're there. They've just set up a skit to intimidate me as soon as I'm exiting. So that's okay. It's all going online, so it's fine. Let them do their little thing. And then they're just walking around on the property at the back. Now that other person who pulled in, maybe that's the tenant who they've set up the skit with to make up an excuse to have them show up there. But you can see as soon as I open the door, they're there. Now the other night, you see as soon as I open the door, that guy's standing right out there, the tenant. So there you go. I haven't seen that particular cop before. But they had the car parked next to near where the Dairy Queen is there. Or just next to it. So down here, all of a sudden, we got the usual community patrol as I leave, with people walking back and forth all over, and there wouldn't be anyone normally. Here's what's interesting too, is I have to see that footage again because when I came out, right? Did he start speaking English first, or did I think maybe I did first. I have to look at it. But that's another giveaway right there, because they would start by speaking French to somebody who they didn't know. There's an expectation, most of them are going to think that you speak French in this area. Yet he spoke English to them. Right? He said, do you know the person who lives in the apartment at the back? Or do you know something at first? So he started the conversation in English, further telling you that he knows exactly who I am. They were sent to be there. Because... It's no way here. Because they wouldn't do that normally. They're stalking motorcycles there. They wouldn't do that normally. They wouldn't start a conversation in French. That's the, of course, more retaliation for that criminal RCMP commissioner, since I put up the video exposing his ridiculous lies, just laughable, in these staged interviews he does. So they retaliate with a whole bunch of mobbing the other night. Night before last. Last night there was, what was it last night? Anyway, here. And so anyway, tonight the police, as soon as I opened the door there, it's not surprising. Now there's different laws with respect to trespassing in Quebec too. That's another thing that's really weird, because there's these loopholes around it where the police can just go onto the property, which isn't the case in Ontario. But like I've seen other things where people had posted things online that in Gatineau the police were like in their backyard picking through garbage and stuff like that, and they couldn't tell them to leave because of some loophole in the law, or something that allows them just to go onto the property. I don't know. Like I wasn't going to get into anything like that with them there, so just let them do their act and that's it. But definitely, it's they set that up with somebody there to justify having them there, and they have to play it off like it's just they're there naturally to see that whoever that person is. Oh shoot! I forgot. I don't think I have funds loaded on this card. I forgot. I'll go down here. Watch them. They'll fill the store again. Or I could go up to. Let me see. Maybe I should go up. No, this is closer. I'll just go here. Yeah, I mean, again, that was obviously, what's going on there. They're just trying to evoke a reaction, too. But, in those situations, you just have to play along and play their game. Don't get into any arguments with them. You know exactly why they're there, so. It's just more deception and fakery where they put on these skits. So that's Michael Duheme of the RCMP, trying to increase these activities to try to intimidate. It won't work at all. It hasn't worked in 5 years, and so I'll still be putting up the material regardless of what he does. And when he censors the internet, we'll have other ways. There's always other ways. Which he's working hard to do now. Well, not just him, but, the intelligence services in Canada using a puppet Freemason Mark Carney as the scapegoat, when really he's just reciting the script the Crown requires him. There's the car pulling in now, as you can see, as I go over here. Let's just see if we can cross here. So that individual there, the cop, he starts the conversation in English. They wouldn't do that here. That's the thing. Unless, the only way they would do that is if they know a person primarily speaks English. So, that's another thing there that, just shows you they know exactly who I am. They were there just to intimidate me. Because here, vast majority of the people speak French as their first language. They got two more of these bikers. Notice on that side up there they have that motorcycle guy, and then down here they've suddenly got more of them over here that they've got, because they send them everywhere I go to. This person here in the car in front of the store has pulled up this exact same routine as the other night. You can see the lights are just on. They're just sitting in front of the store. So same thing as the other night, waiting to see if I'm going to go in there. See the silver car there. So that's pulled up, again, exact same routine. Pulls up just to sit there in front of the store. And of course, there's surveillance in the home. That's how they timed that exactly, so that when I open the door, they're right there. See, same act here. Watch. Look at the phone, look up, walk around really, really slowly. But that doesn't surprise me. They've done things similar to that before, although not being right at well, they have parked in front of the house a number of times. After I filed a complaint and I came home, and they dismissed the complaint for no valid reason, I came back, and then they have this cop parked in front of the house. Check him out. See the guy there? He's just standing there, basically. He goes in and just... Let's go back from here. And then there's this here. Notice? This is just an act to have him in there when I go in. Just walk slowly back and forth here and observe. I was gonna go in there to the quickie mart because I gotta load a couple bucks onto this stupid bus pass thing. So, yeah. Let's see if the cops are gonna drive by me again. Probably a good chance they might. Let's see. But yeah, if you notice that, so he's speaking English. He knows that. That's because they know, my first language is English, and they wouldn't do that naturally here. They would start by speaking French. They would assume that I spoke French as my first language if they didn't know me, right? If they didn't know me, but as you know, they know exactly who I am, and that's why they were there. So that's why he communicated in English. Yeah, slow. So now watch when this person with the silver car. Watch when he comes out, he'll probably just sit in the car for an extended period of time. Maybe I'll go, I don't know if I want to walk all the way over that other way again and watch. But, I'll move up here. Yeah, he's going out now. Let's just see if he's actually going to leave, though. Or if he's just going to sit in the car. It's a surveillance role player as well, possibly connected with the drug trade. A lot of the people who they use are. So when you speak openly about that, they got to do things like that to intimidate you. But again, further proof that there's surveillance in the home, that I'm being monitored in the home, because he's right there as soon as I open the door. Oh yeah, last night when I opened the door, the person on the right was backing out. I think I might have deleted the footage, but the person on the right was backing out to do same time exit entry last night. And then I got on the bus quickly, it came quickly, and then I got down there, so there wasn't as much last night. Yeah, he's pulling out. So, okay, now he's going, and considerable amount of traffic here as well. Someone else will probably pull in there. Let's keep an eye and watch here. See if we can get across here. Most of okay. Nothing on that side. Okay. Let's see if the police drive by again. Probably. I didn't see the car number because I was at the Dairy Queen, and there was just the usual mob of people out there, so I wasn't going to go over and look at it. Doesn't matter because I saw the cops anyway, because of the cops' face. You can see how the skit was synchronized with precise timing as soon as I opened the door. No doubt about that. Now, in that situation, what they want you to do is get angry and start accusing them and whatnot, and then they've got the whole gaslighting game down. Then they'll have some of the tenants come out and surround you, and so that's why you don't do that. You just play along, let them do their little deceitful game, and just document it. But they want to create all this fodder for gaslighting material, and to create these fake narratives that the person's unbalanced. And it's just if you constantly get into arguments with them and the people who they send, then it helps them to at least do that, even if it's not true, right? Because then they'll have footage of you getting in all these heated exchanges, and then they can present it deceitfully, edit the video footage and make it seem like, oh, there's somebody waiting. Fuck. Okay. So we'll just go down here then. There's not ever usually anyone at this stop here. Just gonna watch from here. What time did I leave? I left at about 9:30, I think. The time on the glasses is not accurate. It's 9:42 now, so. And here we got quite a bit of traffic on this side here. I'm just going to go over here and monitor from here. See now up here. Check out how much traffic's coming on. Okay, so let's see if he's going to get on this one here. Yeah, there's never anyone over there. When I've been there, at least at these times of night, whole bunch of cars going down the side road here suddenly now that I come down here. But that's drug trafficker Michael Duheme increasing the activities because he can't refute any of the facts. And because he's a drug runner too. So he has to make up all the... Well, he and the intelligence agencies use the controlled media to put out all... If they didn't control all these media organizations, they couldn't do these things. So that's key, and that's pivotal for them in the whole operation of running drugs and then flooding the internet and these media organizations to having them put out constant disinfo to cover it. If they didn't have that, the ability to do that, it'd be more difficult. There'd be more people catching on to what they're doing. But another thing too is what they need to do that is comes back to communitarianism, control of the mob, right? So they also have a large mob of citizens who insulate that drug running operation. Some of them are people who you wouldn't think would be involved in these things at all. Check out how many. Just the whole back side road here is flooding with cars, and they're going to go around and go back the other way probably. So we're going to just monitor from here because this is a surveillance role player that's been told to wait back here, and we'll just wait to see. And we can head over there. There's never usually anyone on that side there, so notice the flood of traffic coming back and forth around here. So last night when I left, yeah, they had the person on the right, so near where the cops were parked tonight. That person was backing out just as I came out, but I think I deleted it accidentally. I'll have to look. It's not that big of a deal, really. It's just the usual same time exit entry things that they have them doing. So let's go right down here, and then let's see, the next bus comes there. That's obviously surveillance roleplay, so I'm not going to go over there till they'll probably try to send that person on to follow as well. But yeah, like if you've seen the previous material I have, they try to intimidate you, to silence you and whatnot, right? So when I put up the videos like I did a few days ago about the RCMP commissioner and just calling into question this nonsense. Now I could have done a lot more and done it in a lot more extensive manner, but that was just really quick and off the cuff kind of thing. But they try to intimidate and they try to ramp these activities up. But I've seen it all before. I don't care. They're going to silence the truth anyway. They're going to try to silence the truth by censoring the internet completely anyway and forcing the digital ID. So at that point, they'll be able to do these things in a much more... What they really want, is to bring it to a situation where the only sources of information you will have will be their state propaganda. So you'll have these news organizations that provably lie to you about literally everything, and who present these staged events that are set up with the police on a consistent basis. That'll be all you'll have. You'll have state propaganda. You won't even have these people who pretend to be opposed to this stuff, because they control all that too. They control all that opposition, all the fake opposition, all the alternative media. It's all controlled by the state. You can tell based on the fact that there's a lot of things that they just won't put out, like that the cops are all Masons. Most of the male police officers, they're mostly all Masons. The women are connected with the Eastern Star and or are the wives and sisters of Masons. So, I mean, that's an enormous conflict of interest. It's the biggest conflict of interest because they've taken oaths to their lodges, which supersede everything else in their lives, including their oath to serve and protect, and none of those media organizations will talk about that. So they're running cover for it. And so that's why they want to eliminate all independent voices. And I mean real independent voices, not the crap that you get with this fake alternative media where they pretend not to know that as well. Okay? So they want to force that situation where that's all you'll have is that nonsense. So where's this bus already? Hurry up. That's another thing a lot of people don't know, and they don't want this stuff out there too widely in a way that's too widely disseminated either, because this whole operation, they try to keep it hush hush, that they have this many people that they're using in it, right? That requires those people to be completely quiet about it. So when you see these videos and stuff where it says, gang stalker exposes, it's all BS. It's staged. They're not allowed to talk out about it, okay? First of all, don't use that terminology, but I'm just saying, those are just skits, right? Because CSIS puts a gag on them, so they can't do that. Even after they're no longer working for CSIS, if they speak out about these operations, they could face prison time, and that's right in their controlled media. They put that out, so that is the truth. So they go to great lengths to ensure they're going to keep quiet, just like Masonry. There's a code of silence. He's not going to get on. He's not going to get on there. So that's how they in those situations, in those organizations, obviously because of the disgusting things they're going to come in contact with and be a part of at the higher levels, they have to keep them quiet. You have to adhere to a code of silence. So they have to force that upon these minions that they're using to do these things too. So they cannot speak out about it. I mean, there's a possibility that some of them could if they're on drugs or something like that, or because they do use drug addicts, sure. But there'll be repercussions if they do, I think, because the thing is, people in the group will rat on them too. So that's why you don't have people speaking out about that. And that's, again, like, there's a code of silence, the same way they have with organizations like Freemasonry. They have to keep a code of silence on the people who they use, because the people at the lower levels in Masonry, they just use them the same way. They're just minions who they use to go out and do the dirty work. Oh, and also to put on a front of legitimacy too, to make it seem like they're doing positive things for the community. The thing is that you must understand is that the people controlling these organizations are the wealthiest people in the world at the top. So money is not an object in any way. Did he get on there? No, it's still there. I could just walk back the other way. Maybe I'll do that. I didn't intend for this to take long. I wanted to just leave and get on the bus tonight, but the police are at the door as soon as I open it, and then they got this person just waiting over there, not getting on the bus, so I head down here. Both directions there, you'll see, drives down and circles back the other way as well. Come out here. So they put a gag on those, and in the same way, they have to put anyone who they think could be supportive of a person they're attacking this way. They're going to try to they're going to try to either coerce them into participating, A, or B, put a gag on them and keep them quiet so that they won't support the person. If they can't coerce them into participating, that's crucial, because the most effective method that they utilize is to completely isolate the person, right? And so the person will think, oh, that's okay. You can go on you can't go on the internet and meet anyone really who's going through this in an easy way. It's very difficult to do that because they create a total simulation of it online. So it's just simulated. These are all people who they use in the operation that are being used to deceive online. So the truck down there has pulled up just to sit there as well on this side here. Okay, we'll come back around because I don't know I think that person's probably just been instructed to stay there the whole time. So we'll come around from here. So you see that's the white state issued truck there. The stalker is in it, is just pulled up there just to park and sit there as well. And let's move along down here. Let me see, maybe I come around this side here. I'll come around this side. Go back down. Walk down the trail here. Again, I didn't intend to take long tonight. I just wanted to get on the bus and leave. But So these drug running operations, they have large numbers of citizens who work with the police on it. That's why they're so bold about it. And also because they know the media's in on this to cover it all up for them. So that's why they don't have any fear of repercussions with these situations. But again, if somebody starts talking about it or spreading information about it, then they're going to typically unleash this mob of people who are part of it on them, as well as you running the slander campaign and enlisting everyone around you too. So if you're a person who thrives on, if you're an extrovert and you really like being around people a lot all the time, it's going to be tough for you. You can deal with something like this. If you're not so much, if you're more of an introvert and you maybe just had like a smaller circle of friends anyway, it's that aspect of it isn't quite as difficult. Being harassed everywhere you go, that's the aspect that's difficult, having them set up these psychological attacks all the time. But again, once you come to understand that and you do your research on that and you know what it is, that takes away some of its power too. It's the Ottawa River there. Okay, so we're going to come up here, and there'll be probably some mob or something, some people waiting up here, some dog walkers or something.